Okay, you can see that MPLAB X 3.51 for Windows is downloaded. Yours might be a Mac or a Linux machine, and also the XC16 compiler is also downloaded. You can see one's just over a half a gig, and the other one is 76 meg. I recommend installing the MPLAB X first, the IDE, and that'll take some time. So we'll just click on that, and you'll see the choices that you get. So I'm going to double click and make it run. It'll take some time since it's quite a big installer. And it asks for choice because it needs some controls. You say yes. While it's installing, let's go back to the documentation here for the part. I'll just zoom this out a little bit smaller here. Maybe we can put, no, we can't put it in. It won't allow me to do the sheet any further. Oh, that's disappointing. Okay. Let's do micro chip micro stick 2 PCB. Let's have a look. Let's look at images and see if we get a good picture of it here. Here we go. This is a good. This looks even better. There's a reset switch. There's an onboard power supply. Doesn't look like it's got a very good picture. I'll see if I can find a better one. Maybe this one here. No. This jumper here is for the LED that we can take off. If you remember, they were in the schematic. So in the schematic, oh, that's nearly ready. In the schematic, you can see the jumper here in the schematic. That's this jumper here. These 6 pins here are these 6 pins here at the end of the board. As you can see, they're at the end of the board here, and all of these pins just come straight out to the edge, on the edge under the bottom here. What other schematics do we have that we might have a look that's pretty good? Let's have a look at this one. Might be better. Yeah, this is a much clearer one. So this pin comes out to this one comes out to this one, and so on and so on and so on. And then there's the extra 6 on the side here, a reset line, and a toggle switch, which is used for programming. You can't see it here, unfortunately, but this is used for which pins you're going to use for programming. But we don't need to worry about that too much because the programming circuitry is here. You do not need to know too much about this, knowing that it's just a programming tool. Okay, we'll stop there. No, we'll keep going. And so let's go back. So now I'm installing MPLAB X. I'm going next. I accept the agreement and install. Please install in the default directory. It's always best if you install in the default directory, and you can see it's under Program Files, Microchip, MPLAB, and in this directory, which is important for you to remember, is also the documentation and the help files. So next. Yes, we want to install the IDE and the programming tool, so yes. And now it's setting up, ready to go. That'll take some time to do some installing. What else can we look at while that's installing? Now, where were we? We don't need the microchip element. We went back to here. So I got that documentation from here. Just about all microchip stuff has the documentation and the software at the bottom. While that one's installing, here's a nice little video. I'm not sure whether you can see that. We'll try. It may crash, but we'll see. Nah, we'll stop there. Very boring. Okay, we'll keep going. Now, there's some example code here you can look at. So let's download not the PIC32 code. Let's download the microstrip demo code here. So I'm going to download that, or download that file. I'm just going to save the file to downloads for the moment. It won't be big, it's 40K, and you can see our MPLAB X is still installing. So let's look at these files here and the microstrip. So let's open one up. Here's the folder under downloads. Under the folder we've got a readme.txt file. So let's open that up. What does it say? Well, that didn't do very well, did it? I might open you with, why won't you read me? Because I'm inside a zip file, that's why. Let's see if we can do something clever. I'm gonna copy. No, that won't work either. That's okay. We look at the firmware, there's the source code, and src is source code, and you can see there's a C file and a header file. So let's have a look at the header file. And you can see main.c header file, lots of commentary, lots of comments, and a system.fig file and a main.c file. It's very simple. And that's my old projects. Let's let's go to that one, and let's look at the C file. Again, here's the C code. A couple of header files, include main.h, some comments, turning the bit the right way, and then examples of making the LED blink. So here's an example making the LED blink, and I can see it's using the timer by the T1 timer 1 configuration bits, timer 1 TR, etc. And you can see if the timer 1 flag is 1, make it blink, and if the timer 1 is or else toggle the bit. So that's a little simple code using the timer. Okay, we'll stop there. And how is our installation going? It comes to this page. XC compiler is not installed. Go to no, I don't need to do that. Go to no, I don't need that one. I would untick all of those. You don't need to go to those, and just click finish. And then the other one you want to do is go to your downloads folder, and you want to install the XC 16-bit C compiler version 1.3. So install that now. Do you want to install it? Yes. Welcome to the wizard. Yes, we're going to install. Yes, I agree. Next. We're going to just install the free version for this thing. That's all you'll need for just the free version of the compiler. And then note on a Windows machine, note the directory. You'll notice in version, you'll notice it's off the C directory, program files, microchip, and then XC16 and the version. So they're version directories. And we go next. Apply settings to all users of the machine. You don't need to apply anything to the path variable. Just this one for the moment. Leave it as default, and then it installs. The whole idea of doing these videos so that you can play them over, rewind, fast forward, or slow them down even, so that you can understand where I've clicked and what I'm doing. So hopefully I can combine all of these together for an upload and this will help you do the install. So this is your first assignment, is just to get these installed, and then we'll do a run around of Windows where everything is. That's installing now, it's not too far away. And the MPLAB X16 compiler should be found by MPLAB X. They actually talk to each other, and the compiler will install itself in the IDE. And we're nearly there. And we keep going, and I'm going to show you, I'm probably going to finish this video, this download, and the next lot I'm going to show you some important folders and some important help files. As soon as this finishes, we'll close off. It's still doing its thing. While it's doing that, maybe we'll have a look at the part that we're using in for the project. So if you look at here, the package contents, I think we're going to use this particular part. So let's put that in Google. There's a Google search engine in here. Paste. Put the full part number. And the other thing you should download, or go to the product page. So here's the product page for the microcontroller. And you can see some features. And then I'm going to get you to download the data sheet. So click there, and then obviously that'll download the data sheet. Warning, it's a large number of pages. Let's have a look here. Does it show how many pages? Look, it's up to 300 pages, but don't worry about the size of the documentation. A lot of it is duplication. For example, 28 pin parts, there's different packages and those sort of things. And the one data sheet covers a whole range of the whole family of how many pins, the amount of memory, and so on. So where is our part? I'm just going to do a control find, and I'm going to do that. And where's our part? Is there. There's our part. So let's have a look at that part. Find next. Find next. There's our part. So, and there's our part there. So there's our part highlighted. It has 28 pins, 128K of flash, 8K of RAM, some remappable pins, and all the extra features. Okay, let's see if the setup is installed. Yes, it's nearly finished. So we click next and finish. So that means two things. The MPLAB X IDE has been installed, and the MPLAB X XC16 compiler has been installed.